What's going on, moviegoers? So if you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to Zero Productions. The social media embargo for Madam Webb has been lifted, and the positive reviews are scattering all across the internet and social media. That is a lie, you guys. I've read nothing but negative reviews for Madam Webb. Madam Webb comes out this week. I am personally seeing it on Sunday morning, and I am just seeing it just to give you guys my review. I don't want to see this movie at all, but as a part of the content of my channel, I have to do it. It's my responsibility. So my expectations are extremely low. They've been extremely low since day one. Even since the announcement of Madam Webb coming out, I was like, oh, this is going to bomb. This is going to do terrible. And on Rotten Tomatoes right now, its score is at 23%. Now, I know some of you guys don't believe in the Rotten Tomatoes, score or whatever, but a 23% is terrible. And best believe the cinema score is probably going to be around a D or a C. But this is what is expected. I don't know what Sony's doing in their plans. It doesn't make sense. I feel like they're just trying to put out these movies because they have the rights. And they're like, you know what? Every other studio is doing comic book films and comic book shows. Amazon's doing The Invincible and, The Boys, and Marvel and Disney is doing their whole MCU, and DC is doing, Warner Brothers is doing DC. We need something of our own. Look, you guys have something great. You have the Spider-Verse. Just focus and put all your money into that. Why not? I'm sorry. Yeah, Venom made a little bit of money. Sure. Venom 2 did okay, but everything else has been mediocre, absolutely terrible. So I don't know what the end game is for Sony. It is doing nothing but hurting the comic book genre moving forward. I'm sorry, that's facts. That is facts. And some people can't differentiate, oh, is this the MCU or is this Marvel? And that's the problem. That's the issue I have. You know what I mean? Because some people do think that Madam Webb is in the MCU, and it's not. It's not. It's its own separate thing that Sony's doing for its own Spider-Man universe. And we're still getting two more Sony Marvel films this year, that being Kraven the Hunter and Venom 3, you guys. I mean, how good is Kraven the Hunter going to be? Yeah, I enjoyed the first trailer, but come on, Venom 3? Do we need 3 Venom films? I dislike Venom Left to Be Carnage so much. I am so just over Sony right now and their plans. And Amy Pascal kind of teased, introducing Miles Morales live action. She was like, oh, we're going to do 2 more films. And everyone's like, what do you mean 2 more films? And she's like, well, I think what's his name? Chris Miller came out and clarified some things. Beyond the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man 4 before they try to introduce a Miles Morales. I was like, okay, cool. But don't let Sony do it. Let Marvel handle that, and Sony can produce it. That's how you introduce Miles Morales into the world of the MCU. Because honestly, I'm pretty sure that's where fans want to see him. But I don't know, y'all. This is just absolutely bonkers to me. I'm going to read you guys some of these early reviews, and let me know what you guys think, because this shit is an atrocity. An atrocity. Oh, man, this is all kinds of bad. Oh, this is all kinds of bad. All right, you guys. So Sean O'Connell. Yeah, Madam Webb is somehow worse than you feared. One of the worst movies ever made in any genre. Story makes absolutely no sense. The action is boring with barely any cape stuff. Dakota Johnson looks as bored as you feel. Ooh, that's bad. It makes Morbius look like the Dark Knight. Oh, man. Damn, he went ham. Brandy Davis over at comicbook.com. Madam Webb, 4.7 out of 10. A couple of cool visuals, costumes, and needle drops to invoke the 2003 nostalgia can make this good. It's dull, messy, and uninspired in its writing and performances. Celeste O'Connor and Isabel Merced tried harder than anyone else. Cinema tweets. Not sure how else to really say this, but Madam Webb joins the ranks of one of the worst films I've ever had the displeasure of sitting through. Love me some Dakota Johnson, but man, this is bad. And it's not like bad in the funny, endearing snakes on a plane bad, but just straight up stupid and senseless. In my 4 years of running this account, this is potentially the single lowest rated film I've reviewed. Why, whoa, that's bad. Oh my God. Why was this made? Who was this for? Am I missing something? A budget just south of $100 million could have surely been spent on a number of other worthy projects. Between Madam Webb and Argyle, 2024 is off to a miserable start. I mean, it's facts. The budget they had for this movie, they could have just threw into, Beyond the Spider-Verse and paid their people more, right? I mean, come on. Chris Parker over at 3C Films. Madam Web is an embarrassing mess. Talented stars wasted on probably the worst comic book movie I've ever seen. Filled with atrocity dialogue, awkward editing, and all-around laughable structure. I sat through and baffled scene by scene someone who approved of this. The memes will redeem it. Oh my God, you guys. Look, it's getting worse and worse. Tessa Smith. Madam Web suffers from a weak villain, cringy dialogue, and a too long runtime. However, there are a few bright spots mixed in with incredible costumes. Even if they only get minutes of screen time, and the always funny Adam Scott. The cast tries with their given. # Madam Web. Daniel Bautista. Madam Web is wildly entertaining in all the wrong ways. Dakota Johnson weaves through an entangled plot full of camp that feels closer to the early 2000s adaptations of the genre. Sydney Sweeney, Celeste O'Connor, and Isabel Merced are wasted. However, Adam Scott as Ben Parker rules. I don't give two craps about Adam Scott being in this movie as Ben Parker. I'm sorry, but I don't care about Ben Parker. I don't. I don't know, you guys. Like, the reviews are coming in, and they're just all kinds of bad and all kinds of terrible. But who knows what's going to happen. But I think this is a clear sign for Sony. A clear sign. Be cautious while releasing Kraven the Hunter. Even if you got to do a tax write-off. Save us fans from experiencing this. I mean, my God, like, it baffles me. It baffles me that, they can put up these massive budgets for these mediocre characters for their own solo projects and still get away with it. Like, get away with it. And as fans, we should not let this shit go slightly. I'm sorry, that's facts. When we see a turd, call it a turd and let the studio be known that this shit is garbage. I'm sorry, that's facts. That's facts. So they can stop putting out mediocre stuff. That's hurting the comic book genre that we all love and adore. I'm sorry. And it sucks for the cast. I know they're pretty sure, but I don't know, you guys. I don't know what's going to happen, but, Madam Web is tanking bad. And I expect it to make even less than what the Marvels made, last year. I don't even think it's going to make $100 million at the box office, you guys. I think it's going to tank hard. Nobody's going to go watch this movie Valentine's Day weekend. I mean, sorry. Who, like one of the early reactions said, who is this movie for? This isn't for Marvel fans. I'm sorry, but tell me one hardcore Madam Web fan. I'll wait. Who's a hardcore Madam Web fan? Diehard fan. I don't know any at all. I still think that Madam Web should have been introduced into, like, Spider-Man No Way Home in some kind of way, played by, like, Jamie Lee Curtis. That would have been dope. And then see, Madam Web interact with all three Spider-Man. That would have been cool. An older version of Madam Web. I don't know why. I don't know, you guys. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about some of these early reactions for Madam Web. Thoughts and opinions. Do you guys have your tickets? Are you guys going to go see it? Please let me know. And thank you for taking time out of your day for watching Zero Productions. Peace.